Hello guys, I am back again. Well, as you can see, I finished doing the snail, and as I thought in the last video, I did do it the wrong way. So I sort of did a little bit and did some embroidery on that way if I choose to go that way. But so what you do is you just get your your sides together, and that's where it's being sewn. And this part here, actually, I'll just show you on the book. So you put your right sides together, and that's where that little hole is. So I've turned him inside out. Then we got to stuff it, and then we stick that on there like that. Oh, you're just so cute. Okay, so you can just sit here with me while I sit and stuff. So I've got this one, and I've got a bigger one. So we'll probably do his little body first. And I find when you're doing stuffing, yeah, there we go. Probably don't need to go in. Little bits is the best. So probably don't need to overstuff it too much. Probably a little bit more so in the in here, because that's where you're going to be sticking pins. So yeah, especially here. Now this is the tricky piece. This is where you need the smaller needle. And you've got to be careful when you have the little needles that you don't want to push it through the fabric. We don't want holes in the fabric, and I do it just about every time. So I've got to try not to do it too hard. Sometimes the best thing is your finger. So I'll push it as far as I can go, and then get those little bits, push it in. Sometimes even using that is better. Okay, same with this one. Okay, another little piece, because if you do it too big, it ends up being a bit bulky and funny shaping. Okay, he is a cute little guy. Okay, just take your time in getting this right, and then the rest will be easy. You see, so easy to get it through the fabric. Hopefully I'm in camera, because it's just so easy to bring this like towards yourself. Sometimes you're fighting with it. Yep, see, there we go, same hole. Come on. I don't want it to not have anything in there. Okay. Okay. Maybe the other end of a pencil. There we go. It's small, but it's not, hasn't got a point, because I've already made a hole in there, which is rather annoying. Okay. Okay. Now I'll put this a little more in. I tend to always overstuff my animals when I make them. I always end up little chubby things. Okay. Oh, he's cute. Okay. So the more that you stuff in there, then the little eerie things are more likely to stick out. Ugh. There we go. Okay. I suppose you get the idea of what it is to stuff. None too exciting for you to sit there and watch me stuff this little guy. But I just thought I'd show you what you need to do with the ears, because that's the most, well, antennae. It's a bit of a strange pattern, because that's where, in reality, that's where the eyes of the snail is. And normally, you know, they're on the top there. So if you want to, you could always do the little eyes sticking up there. I really want to get a little bit more in there. It just doesn't seem like there's enough up the top there. Oop. Maybe the pencil again. That one's not bad. I think it's this one that needs a little more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, then when you see them on here, and they got the little eyes there and these, I mean, look how perfect these ones are. Like, who has it that perfect? Nobody. Not me. It's obviously being someone who's been making dolls, and that's what they do a lot of. But I suppose, you know, people that make the Tilda dolls, that's their job. I never ever turn out that nice. But that doesn't matter. As long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. I noticed some other ladies have made this little snail too. It's rather cute. Normally not into the slugs and bugs, but it's just, it is rather cute. Okay. I think this might have been a bit that was probably left over from when I did my rabbit, and I unpicked it because the legs were so fat, and I just couldn't get the needle through doing my Hendrix hair. Okay. I suppose you get the drift, and I will come back when that's all stuffed. Let's do the same thing on this end, because it's might be able to get that point pretty good. I'll come back when these are stuffed. Hang 10. Okay, I'm back again. I'm going to zoom it in a little, and I'll show you the magic ladder stitch. So I've just pinned it, and you go up here like that, and I've got quite a strong thread which I've doubled up, and I'd rather double it. Okay, now what we need to do, the edges of that is being folded over, so you grab one end like that, and grab one end like this. Push down with the needle, grab, okay, Usually I do about maybe four stitches and then go pull, and that pulls it in. So you just grab a piece here, grab a piece there. I mean, in the past I've used this thread single, but I thought, you know, sometimes it has actually snapped, so you've got to get really quite strong thread. Got to be really careful. See how that pulls? Now this will be underneath, so it's not such a bad thing. So smaller bites. Oh, seriously. Now, I'll tell you what, making soft toys brings out the worst in me. I don't have as much patience as I used to. Okay. So what happens when it threads too long? I don't know how I managed to get it underneath it every time. Push down, grab, grab. Okay. Once this is done, give it a pull. Getting closer to the end, push this down. Okay. Push that down, pull, and be careful not to let it slip. Okay, so I'm going to just do a knot. And yep. You know what? I might do this just to make sure. That's the beauty of doing two as well. You can tie a knot, and that's going to go right into the piece. There we go. Okay, now you don't see this because it gets covered. See, I'm a bit disappointed at how, there we go, I might be able to squish it in, how it didn't get in there. Squish him up and mould him. Now, what I'm going to do is tie a knot in that, put that away, is I am going to proceed to try and stuff this. Now, you really got to get in there. I might do smaller pieces. So I don't think it's going to be that hard. It's just fiddly. It definitely was fiddly when I was turning it inside out. I'll get in there with the finger and push some of this around, and then I'll get in there with probably the smaller one. Just to get into that last little piece. So similar to the eyes, just that last bit there. Try and push. Okay, well, I won't have you sitting there watching me push and shove. I'll continue to feel that. And as you can see, it's not very big, so it's not going to take that long. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. You can sit here and watch me struggle trying to get this in. So what I thought, there's the angle here. Get a pin, like it's all folded down, and pin it there. Then we're going to pin that down to here. Okay. Might get, where are those small pins? Oh well. Pin that down. I reckon to pin it down, easier said than done. Okay. I'd say, because that's a join here too, that end bit here probably needs to go with that end bit, so there you know that you're in line. Okay. Ugh, hang a minute, sorry. I'll just push a pin through here, if you know what I mean. That little end bit there goes on the join bit there, so this goes around. It's going to be tricky, not impossible, biddly, annoying, all the rest of those other words, but I'm sure it can be done. So maybe I'm thinking I probably should sew one bit at a time. So we've got that down, stitch that down, and then when we get to the other end, see how it's like open like that, I might just pin that down. Here. Ugh, there we go. So where are we? Yes, like I said, it's not going to be easy. So I'll come up through here. Underneath. And we could probably do another what's the name, stitch, ladder stitch. Oh my goodness, but smaller bites. Okay, this part, then grab the hold of that, have it grabbed onto the, no, good, make sure that it doesn't grab hold of the actual pins, which would be very easy to do. Might be able to take that one out because my fingers got it. Okay, and what I may do is I'm going to do a ladder stitch, but once it's down, because you know you're going to pull that, I may even come back with a slip stitch just to make sure it's 100% down. But at least a ladder stitch will, I think it's a pretty secure stitch, but I really don't want it to come off. Okay, here's this one. There we go. They're smaller size bites. Yep. Got to be careful because you don't want it to come apart. Okay, I've got that with my finger now. Put this back. This is why you do all the stitching beforehand. You can imagine trying to stitch all the stuff afterwards. Hopefully you can see this and I'm not bringing it too close towards myself. Okay, now pull it. There we go. It's looking okay, and making sure that that point is on that point, and that's where it goes down to. So so fiddly, so fiddly. Okay, that goes down to here. There. The reason why I want to do that is to make sure that that stitching part is wide enough. Okay, and we plot off again. Okie dokie, well, you've got the idea, so you really don't want to be seeing me struggle. And once it's on that other side, make sure that it's straight, and you do the same thing there. And then once it's on there, we'll, you know, puff it a bit. So I'll just pause again. Okay, well, I am back again. Finally got him on. So what I'm going to do now is I've got the little pen, and we'll have a look. I think she's just done eyes fairly small. I'd like to make mine a little bigger, I think. They look cute bigger. And then get a little bit of lippy. This is my lippy that I've got for when I have done dolls in the past. And then just put it on the edges there to give it a bit of colour to the cheeks. Okay, so cute. Needs to be. Now my one's going this way, even though the other one's in the picture, and probably all the others are going the other way, because that was sort of, you know, it's got the ribbon embroidery. It's still got a bit on that side too. I didn't want to leave it out, but I think it sort of sits better this way. Okay. Now, yeah. See, sometimes having little eyes makes it look younger. So anyway, get rid of the lippy, and it's sort of like a real quite a darker colour. Yeah, bit of an old one. Been sitting there. Now I've got this, and he seems to sit on there pretty well, but then that means I'm not sure where this is going to go, so maybe they can sort of sit at the end, but I do think that he does sit rather cute on there, so I may have to glue him. Yeah, and then it is cute. Yeah, sort of like that little bit goes around, and then I'll have to glue there and there, so we'll get some craft glue. Oh, he's going overboard. This is the one which we'll put underneath. Just here. Don't really like using it too much, but you know, and then have it sitting just in here. I might have put some there as well. Actually, may zoom back out again. Here we go. So I was wondering how this piece was going to work, but I do like it, and I might even put a bit of dab of glue in the back there. I think I did similar when I did my whale on the top of my brother's piece. So I'll wait until that part dries. Oh, we don't want it on there. Oh my goodness. Tissue. You don't want glue, especially not this craft glue, on your mat. It's a bit of a bugger. So hopefully you can still see him. And then I've got this, and I still wanted to give it a bit of a sand, so I might cut that little piece off and sort of do that distressing where you see that edges. And I may even come back and you know, lacquer it or whatever it is. This is pretty tough knit, but I don't mind that look. Oh, that glue really does not smell too good. Yeah, and then we're going to get some yeah, there we go. There we go, that's what I want. Just in the middle of those slats. Okay, do it on the top. So, oh my goodness, I'm making a mess. That's for sure. There we go. There's all that stuff. Who said crafting? Is it messy? Okay, so what I'll do is get out my buttons. Now, I've got a feeling, oh, here we go, look, all this time I had some of this. I thought I bought some of this in here. Give this a proper clean. And maybe this too. And we're going to get buttons. I think I've got wooden ones. I think the wooden ones would look cute. I'm not sure whether I do. Oh, yes. These are the ones that I was after, and I do have 4. I don't know why that That one's looking as funny as it is. So maybe I'll get this. Okay, put that down there. We don't want that spilling. And we're going to do it sitting like, you know, just on the edge, so it look like little tires, but making sure that that is going to sit flat. And when I was doing this at Corrine's place, I had these in mind. So it looks like a little wagon. And we'll do the other side. Not the nicest stuff, this, but does the job. And it does stink. Okay, I'll have a look if they're sort of even, and then I'll push them down so that they're like hitting the ground. Ooh, don't want that to fall. Okay, I think I'll leave it that way. Oh, it's cute. So put these back, and craft glue, as much as it's, you know, not always that great to work with smell wise, it does work, which is handy. So you to have that sitting there. Hang on a minute, I might do a little bit on here, maybe a little bit up here. That's wet, so it will dry. I might have to just sit there and hold it, but you get the drift of my little guy on the driftwood. And then I'm gonna just probably get a little thing and sit that next to it like that. Yeah, so when everything is completely dry, and in another video you'll see the finished picture in the thumbnail. So yeah, he is sitting on the driftwood, not quite how I pictured him to, but it is rather adorable. Yeah, I quite like how it's turned out. Okay guys, well thank you very much, and I'm just going to sit here patiently pushing that on there until it dries. It does take a while, and I'll catch you in the next video, which I'm glad I'm finally finished my snail. And that can be my little carry. So I've got probably a bit of rope I've got around here somewhere in this cluttered mess I call my room, and I'll have the rope going from this to the bit of driftwood. Okay guys, well thank you very much for watching, and thank you for being patient with me. It brings out the worst in me, these type of projects. But they're worth it in the end. It's really cute, so I'll probably just use him up there. And yeah, I think it's rather adorable. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.